Well, good morning and welcome to the Muncie Sanitary District Board of Commissioners meeting for October 19th, 2022. I'm going to officially call the meeting to order. And first order of business, if you would rise and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. We do have one excused absence this morning, and that's Stephen Brand, our president. He let us know at our last meeting that he would be unable to attend. So I'd like that to be noted in our minutes. We do have the other 3 board members, so we have a quorum. First item of business is consideration of our October 5th meeting minutes. Those had been sent out and reviewed by our board members. So unless there are questions, I take a motion to approve.
Move to approve. Second.
Thank you. I have a first and a second. All in favor of accepting the board minutes, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Next up, we have a register of claims for $2,406,989.33. Would anyone like to review some of those claims for the benefit of the public?
Yes, I'll touch on a few. So we do have I believe it's a $19,800 charge. And you'll excuse me, I left my highlighted copy upstairs, and I'm looking at a fresh one that Maggie printed me. It was for Greeley and Hanson's Altshire project. That is a combination engineering and a CDBG project where we'll be paving and doing some drainage enhancements. We also have some charges from Wessler Engineering. Those are on page 3 of 15. Those are for the Indian Village and Linmar stormwater drainage projects. We have I believe it's a $640,000 charge from Bunn. That is the store project. That is being paid out of ARP stormwater funds that were distributed by the city to the sanitary district for use on stormwater projects. That is primarily for the large detention pond, which is to aid in the drainage of the whole area. Let's see. We also have a PM for the lift stations. That was I believe $23,000 charge. Once again, I'm doing this from memory, so do not hold dollar figures against me. We got a credit on that of $7,353, something like that. PM is preventative maintenance, so essentially they were coming in, probably doing bearings, fittings, maybe a motor rebuild, and the basics of that are pretty straightforward. But preventative maintenance prevents us from spending a lot of additional funds, fixing something when broken. As we're getting ahead of it, it's much like changing the oil in your car. I believe that touches on all the ones I had intended to touch upon. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Adam. Any from you, David, that you wanted to highlight?
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So with those explanations, I would take a motion to approve the claims totaling $2,406,989.33.
So moved. Second.
I have a first and a second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
That's approved. All right. Any old business, board members?
No.
No? All right. So next up, District Administrator update, John Barlow.
Good morning, John Barlow, District Administrator. Just a couple items I have here. One is finally, our long-term control plan final draft has been submitted from our consultants to me for review, and Jason Ingram also, and I've forwarded those copies for your perusal also. And we also have our financial capability analysis, which is going to be an appendix. And we plan on putting together a letter Friday to officially send IDEM to submit. This is what we're calling our long-term control plan amendment, and being amended from the original 2011 long-term control plan that called for full separation. And so we'll be providing IDEM with this, and then the discourse back and forth will commence for us to try to get this approved and have some substantial cost savings as well as improved environmental characteristics of this plan versus the other one. So hopefully that'll take place early next week. And the only other thing I had was just a heads up, as opposed to previous years where we've done the levee mowing bids after the beginning of the year for that year. We are going to do it this year for the 2023 season. It helps the prospective contractors to go ahead and plan ahead and gives them a little bit more time to anticipate equipment, staffing, and that kind of stuff. And so we will be putting together that bid packet. Hopefully we can get some advertising done by the end of this month, and it's hopefully, if everything goes as planned, we would have that for bid opening on the last meeting of November, which would be the 30th of November. So again, that's just kind of a preview of what I anticipate to happen on that. I'd be happy to answer any other questions you may have of me.
Thank you, John. Adam, any questions or comments for John?
No.
David?
No, thank you, John.
No. So, John, I think you said something really important there, and I just wanted to add some emphasis to it, that our current long-term control plan that we're submitting to IDEM has indicated or is showing that 100% sewer separation is not in the best interest. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct, because 100% sewer separation also means 100% stormwater discharge to the river. As it is currently, and what we hope on the amended plan, is that stormwater, a great portion of stormwater would still come to the plant with the regular sanitary flows and get full treatment before it's discharged. So we did sampling and everything on the river to show that really full separation isn't the ideal environmental good practice for our river. So we've got two portions here. One is obviously financial and the other is environmental. And that's what we're going to try to send down to IDEM and have them, I think hopefully they'll listen to that. I'm optimistic that they will.
Very good.
Tanya, if I
Yes,
may.
please.
And just to kind of expand on it, stormwater, is not clean water necessarily. It is, runoff from people's yards, their pet waste, etc., all the sediment that's laden coming off the road, sediment from construction sites. So, the expectation is that stormwater is actually clean going into the river is not true, and that's been pretty well studied in a number of other cities that went through full separation, and the water quality of their receiving bodies is actually degraded by doing full separation. So partial separation in our case, where we prevent overflows, which is what we're doing through basically all of these CSO projects, would allow us to maintain a high water quality. And fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, we have a very large plant compared to our normal flows, especially as we went through this separation project. So we're not going to have to look at adding capacity to our plant. Actually, the flows are going down pretty dramatically. We're kind of in a low flow now due to the lack of rain. So what this means is we're really looking at this from a biological standpoint and saying, okay, we want to do what's best for a river, not necessarily what sounds best on paper, which was kind of what originally happened with the full separation projects.
Yeah, excellent addition. Appreciate that. Anything more, board?
No.
Anything else for John?
No.
Nope. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, next up, department head update, Mr. Phil Reagan. Good morning, Phil.
Good morning, Board.
Good morning.
Looks a little different up there today. I've got a couple things. Leaf season's here. We're going to start our leaf season pickup November 2nd. I just, before I came here, went out on today's and tomorrow's routes. There might be 15, 20 stops out there. But after this weekend, after the 80-degree weather hits us Friday and Saturday, I look forward to blossom quite big. So after that, I'm going to take off the sanitation hat. I'm going to put on Green Line hat. I'm going to give you a little analysis of the CNG station for the last year. Everybody knows gas and diesel prices are up and crazy, but usually I get up here and just speak and wing it, but I'm going to throw a lot of numbers at you, so I'm going to kind of read something so I don't get my numbers mixed up. In 2022, diesel prices have been unpredictable. In April of 2020, the MSD entered into a 5-year contract to purchase our natural gas off the open market from our distributor. We paid $2.82 a decatherm. Looking back right now at 2020, looked like we really knew what we was doing, because it's about $6 or $7 now. Since we signed that contract, it's not done anything but went up. So as of October 1st, sanitation has used 64,495 gas gallon equivalent. When you buy natural gas, you buy it by the decatherm. You got to turn it to BTUs, then you got to turn the BTUs back to gas gallon equivalent. So it's a algebra figure. That cost sanitation $96,741.27. But had we still been running diesel fuel, those same 64,495 gallons would have cost us, and we averaged the diesel price, $226,890.23. That's up through this last quarter is even going to expand that more. It's going to be about another $35,000 or $40,000 savings in this last quarter. So the CNG savings in the sanitation or sanitary district has been $130,000 just in fuel cost alone. This doesn't count the cost of DEF fluid, the doing the regens in the old diesels, downtime in the old diesels doing the regens. That's probably another $40,000 a year just in the maintenance side of things. But our savings not only in the cost of fuel, but federal alternative tax credits. And so far, since we built the station, our reimbursements are $405,175.49. And that's not counting 2021. We haven't received it yet, and it's another 70,000 plus. So our federal money that we've got back in a tax, just like you get a tax check, and they send it cash to us, is over $480,000 since we built the station. They did extend those credits for another 3 years back earlier this year, so we will be getting them for the next 3 years. That's 50 cents a gallon for every gallon that runs through the station. Having our own CNG station has also put us in front of a lot of people on getting grants. And by having our CNG station, we've gotten over $225,000 in grants from the state on trucks we would have bought anyway. So it's doing what it's supposed to do, and this doesn't even include what we sell. We sell about 5,000 to 6,000 gallons a month to our contract customers, retail customers, and we make a profit off of that. So it's safe to say that our 15-year return on investment that the station was built on is probably going to be about 5 years ahead of schedule. Any questions?
That's outstanding.
It's a lot of numbers, I know, but
That's impressive, outstanding. Any questions for Phil?
Phil, just to paint the total picture, what's the cost difference on a CNG vehicle versus a diesel? About a $50,000 upcharge, but then you save about $10,000 because you don't have to put all the DEF fluid stuff on there. So about 40 grand. So, but once again, just trying to paint a complete picture. Even if we figure we've bought, and I'll just guesstimate at 10 because 10's a good number, and I can do that math really easy. We've spent about $500,000 additionally putting that money into the fleet because the cost differential. Well, with the savings and your credits and everything, we're still way ahead. So that's, once again, try to paint the complete picture and let everybody know that, with the credits, the things that we've done, we're still ahead. It's not just been, only based on the cost differential.
Yeah, there's a lot of other savings involved in it. Oil changes on a diesel. Oil change $200. You do it twice a year. On our CNG, it's $80. We're doing them once a year. And we sent the oil off to be analyzed. And even at 1 year oil changes, it's still got like 60% of life left in it.
Very good.
So it's, and I always like to throw this out there. We can run 47 of these CNG trash trucks, put out the same pollution as one 2007 diesel trash truck. So we're 47 times cleaner than a diesel truck, old diesel truck.
Impressive. Anything else for Phil?
Nope. Excellent.
Excellent update. Thank you so
All right,
very much.
thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it. Yeah. All right, Board, our next item under new business is we have a resolution 2022-5 rate increase for septic vendors and hauling. Jason Ingram, what do you have for us, Jason?
Good morning. I'm asking the board to consider the 2022-5 resolution, a price increase for septic hauling fees. We have not had an increase since 2014. Just to give you a little background here, our current fees are 0 to 2,000 gallons at a flat rate of $60. Anything over 2,000 gallons or more is $90. So that's basically equivalent to 3 cents a gallon. The increase that I'm asking for is the flat fees are as 0 to 2,000 gallons would be $90. Anything over 2,000 gallons would be $135. That's about a 1.5 per gallon increase, so a total of 4.5 cents was what I'm asking for. Just for a reference, surrounding utilities, communities, Bluffton was 10 cents per gallon for septic haulers. Richmond, they're at 3.5 cents a gallon, but they plan on raising it at the beginning of the year. And Marion, they're at 4 cents per gallon, up to 2,500 gallons, and every additional 1,000 gallons is $60. The water pollution control must maintain the septic receiving station, including but not limited to maintenance parts, repair, replacement, semi-annual service from sewer maintenance and electricity and chemicals used to process the septic waste. We are the only facility in Delaware County that offers this service and do not want to pass this increase on to our current rate customers. So that's all I have for you. Do I have any questions or anything?
Board, questions for Jason?
Just, kind of for everyone's education, what is the nearest plant to ours that would also accept this waste? Richmond?
Richmond or Bluffton?
Okay, so that's not something that's kind of in the local area. Anderson doesn't take it, Newcastle, any of those.
No, and we receive just residential, Delaware County residential.
And we only take Delaware County. Correct.
Only.
Yep, that's all I got.
David, anything?
No question. Thank you.
So I'm just going to clarify for the public.
Sure.
This is where individual septic pump companies will pump your septic, put it in their trucks, and they come to our facility
Yes.
to dump that off.
And we treat their waste.
And we treat that waste. Okay,
Remove the debris and send it to a landfill.
okay.
Which
And so
costs-
it's
which costs
only
money.
Delaware County?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Residential.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So we need to approve this before we let you go, please, all right? Board, do I have a motion to approve this rate increase?
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. Thanks,
Thank you.
Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
Yeah. Next up, we have an engineering bid opening. Mr. John Anderson. Good morning, John.
Morning, John Anderson, District Engineer. This is a bid opening for the 20th and Mock Avenue Storm Sewer. This is about a 2.5 blocks worth of new storm sewer to take care of some drainage problems in that area. The first bid is from Cobalt Civil. They are out of Winchester. Bid amount of $446,440. $446,440.00. 446440.00. Next is Watson Excavating out of Red Key. Their bid amount, $336,345.00. 336345.00. And our last bid is from JG Case Construction from here in Muncie. Their bid amount is for $398,000.00. 398,000.00. Just ask to take the bids under advisement and review.
So board, any questions or comments?
Just for record, the lowest apparent bid is, and John, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Wasson Excavating, $336,345.
Correct.
We will, there's not really a motion or anything. I would just suggest we take these bids under advisement. Allow John time to review as district engineer, make sure the bid packet was complete, and then assuming that it is complete, we will provide it to legal for further review, and then we will award at the next meeting.
Correct.
Very good. David, anything?
No, thank you.
Again,
All right. Next up, we have a request by Dina Cox to release some dollars to Bowen Engineering. Good morning, Dina.
Good morning. I'm just asking for the approval to release a parcel retainage to Bowen Engineering for the amount of $420,415.04. And this is for the completion of the CSO 23.
In the White
Sewer
River.
separation project and White River Interceptor.
Yeah, board questions, comments, clarification for Dina?
I'll tack on. I don't know if it's it's neither a question nor a clarification. Well, it is clarification. This is work that has been completed, so instead of just trying to hold the entirety of this contractor's retainer, we're going to do a partial release since this portion of work has already been completed in its entire form. So that's the CSO 23 work and the White River Interceptor lining project.
Thank you. David, anything?
No, thank you.
So I would like to add to this, it's just part of our contract with Bowen Engineering that we hold dollars until such work is completed or substantially completed. We have verified that with United Consulting that the work has been done. Therefore, the request has come in to release that retainage amount so that they can then pass those dollars on to subs who have completed that work on their behalf. So, and before we take a motion, I also want to clarify, some meetings ago, we did have some questions about subs that are doing work with Bowen, and we have verified that Bowen is paying all of their subs timely, et cetera. Is that accurate?
That is accurate.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. So with that, I would accept a motion to release the retainage to Bowen Engineering in the amount of $420,415.04.
So moved.
Second.
Have a first and a second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Board, any additional topics you'd like to bring before us?
No.
Nope. Hearing none. This is time for public comment. Do we have anyone from the public who would like to address the board? If so, you're welcome to do so, and you'll have 3 minutes. Okay, seeing none, I would like to announce our next meeting is going to be Wednesday, November 2nd, 2022, 11:30 in this same auditorium. And if that concludes our business, I take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned. Thank you very much.